Hi again. So this is the second lot of questions regarding the Down Under 135 Miler. And again, there are more questions on how I actually got through the event rather than the event itself. So I am going to do a short video on the event and how I actually found the event. And I might get the girls involved in what as well, just so you can hear what it was like from their perspective as crew and pacer. So hopefully I can get all of the girls because because they were all bloody amazing. Otherwise it might just be a couple of them. So depending on how I can do that logistically, to organise that. But anyway, here is our next question. So Karen, hi Karen, fantastic achievement by the way. Thank you very much. I believe that preparing for an event is so much mental as physical. My question is twofold. What did you do to prepare mentally leading up to the event, and how did you handle the tough times? Big question. So, mentally, massive, absolutely massive. So with this event, I know a lot of people think I trained my ass off physically. I actually didn't. I really, really, really struggled with the outcome of last year. And the main reason why I struggled with the outcome was because it was out of my control. There was just so much conflicting information. And the decision wasn't up to me. So I know there was a couple of things floating around saying that I tapped out. Anybody who knows me knows I don't tap out. Which is why I really struggled to even come back and do this event. So physically, I think I prepared like 6 weeks out for the event. Mentally, I've been preparing the whole bloody time. Which is actually mental toughness or strength, it's a really, really interesting subject to get into. So I've always considered myself to be quite mentally strong. I have had a few moments in my life where I haven't been mentally strong. And one of those was when I was giving up smoking. I was actually given a drug to stop me from smoking to help. But the problem was it affected my mental health, and to the point where I was suicidal. And the thing that really pissed me off was that this particular drug had been banned in the UK for over 20 years because of the amount of deaths on it, yet they're still fucking peddling it in Australia. Up until then, whether that has like continued through and done something chemically to my brain or not, I don't know. But yeah, I do consider myself to be mentally tough, and it is something that I do work on. I actually work on positive affirmations every single day. And I knew with this particular event, I would need as much mental strength as, if not more, than physical strength. So I knew I had a good base. So I had a few moments of panic where I thought, oh, fuck, I haven't trained. But it was like, just settle down, calm down. Work on your mental strength and, you'll get through it. Because I knew physically I'm strong. So... and saying that, my bloody Achilles were actually killing me. So every time I did try and do something, my Achilles were letting me down. But that's because my muscle strength is is stronger than my tendons. But I think I might have that under control now, which is really good. Mentally, positive affirmations every day. It is something that I have been working on for a very long time. And definitely something that you need for these particular types of events. Any event really, So yeah, and reading YouTube videos as well, which I found really good. You know, inspirational books and that sort of thing. So looking at other athletes. Yeah, so that. What things did you learn about your mental preparation that you would change? Things did I learn about mental preparation that I would change? Don't think I'd change anything actually. So I did have a bit of a light bulb moment where, you know, like, because I kept hearing, you know, like, you're going to have to suffer, or you have to suffer. It's like, fuck, really? But the light bulb moment was, how much was I willing to suffer? So, because I knew pain was going to be inevitable, and but suffering was optional. So I choose not to suffer, you know, in a word. But, and in saying that, because last year I trained my freaking ass off, and I was much fitter going into that last year than I was this year. So, and in saying that, I didn't, because people were saying me how was my training going. I'm going, oh yeah, I've been tapering for 12 months now. But I found my muscle soreness wasn't as bad this year as it was last year either. And I think that is only because I chose to suffer last year. And this year I chose not to suffer. So, yeah. Could you be any cooler? Mate, I am not cool in any sense. I'm not cool at all. I'm a dag. And I'll wear that with a badge of honor. At what point did you know you had it in the finish bag? Do you know what? Last year I had it in the finish bag. But yeah, I always knew I could win the event. There was no doubt that I couldn't win the event. So, but yeah, I just had to work out how I was going to do it this time around. Yeah, and just get my head in the right space. And as soon as my head was in the right space, I was like, right, bang, got it, you know? So yeah, everything fell into place. And yeah, pretty well from the day I entered, I knew I was gonna win it. And actually, funny thing, I have people offering me advice on, you know, like this year, and you know, just take it easy, just, you know, like save yourself, or you don't have to prove anything, just get to the finish line. And I turned to my friend Mel Hanlon and said, you do know I'm going to race this from the start, don't you? So, because to me there was no male or female, there was just, yeah, first. So, I came third. And, but yeah, stoked. I want to know, how can you still walk after running that far? I'm pretty well conditioned now, and I really look after my health. So hydrating, electrolytes, all those sort of things, but eating really, really healthy. I'm not the sort of person that will jump from fad diet to fad diet, or fad exercise freaking thing to, you know, whatever the latest bloody whatever's going around. I'm pretty well in tune with what my body needs, and what fuel it needs, so what it wants to eat and all those sort of things. And yeah, and I do a lot of strength work. So I think somebody else actually asks me that a little bit later on. So I do a lot of strength work, and it's not heavy strength, it's actually all body weight strength, and resistance bands. But yeah, I'll get a little bit more into the strength side of things. So, which is actually what I did mostly with this one. So there was hardly any running with this one, training wise. It was actually quite nice to know that I could still run going into the event. And the next one is actually just on that. How I didn't even lose any toenails or anything like that, so I was pretty pleased with that. But yeah, walking fine, so yeah, didn't affect me at all. Did a 20K bike ride yesterday. Loved it. How do you keep your mind active when you're out there so long? How do you keep your mind active? Mate, if your mind active, if you're not concentrating, you're gonna fall ass over. But yeah, I don't know. For most, I don't really know how to answer that one. Keep my mind active. It's not like I get bored out there or anything. I'm absolutely loving every moment of it, mostly. I do listen to music, so that does help. I sing. I do a lot of singing. Yeah, so I'm not sure how to keep your mind active. I actually don't find I need to keep my mind active. If anything, I tend to switch off, but I do concentrate on, where my foot is going, making sure I don't trip over. I think we're so stimulated by things these days that we don't know how to switch off. So, did the race food you were happiest to eat change often through the event, or maybe different in dark or light? Race food, do you know what? I'd actually been training on dried mangoes, tropical harvest mangoes, tropical harvest dried bananas, all those sort of things, my ginger, dates as well, and I didn't eat any of those, so which was really surprising. So potatoes were my go-to. I love potatoes. Yeah, and it didn't really change from dark or light either that I can think of. Maybe the girls will have a different answer, but it was pretty consistent all the way through. So, okay, well that's that lot. Let me know if you have any more questions, and I hope I answered those okay. A couple of them stumped me, but so if you've got any more, let me know. Happy to answer. And I will see you next time. Cheers.